Yes, sir. First things first, YouTube, this is not a hate channel. We're not directing any hate towards anybody. It's nothing but love over here on this side of the Mississippi. All we're trying to do is have intellectual conversations, and whenever I ask a question, I'm asking for a friend. Not only because we don't see them on the TV, the conversations getting brought up, the topics that I want to bring up, we don't see them in the media, on our social media, or wherever. We don't hear about them at all. So this got to be the space to where these questions and topics got to be brought up. We're not trying to hurt anybody over here. If you drop a comment, come back in a couple days and make sure that your comment is still there. For some odd reason, people leaving me comments and I go to respond to them and they're not under the video anymore. So I don't understand what the people have towards my channel, but it is what it is. We're going to keep it pushing, keep it moving, and keep the videos coming. Hit the thumbs up button so my videos are getting generated, the subscribers are getting the notifications, and we could do what we do. With that said, nobody moves the needle in this capitalistic society more than the young urban black male. We're talking about his influence on the ages from 16 to 34, and the ages still go beyond because a lot of people just get older and don't grow up. We know how that goes. So we have Lil Baby, who's basically one of the hottest young rappers right now. Basically, he's been dragged through the mud in the media or whatever. From my understanding, he's basically has a girlfriend that he's cheated on multiple times. He's going around sleeping with porn stars, I guess. Those are rumors. It is what it is. Not getting into all that. But basically, if you want to run around like Lil Baby, he's basically promoting that you can be a little whore. Now let's just ask a quick question real quick. Are condoms really practicing safe sex? If we were really having safe sex, would we even actually need condoms in the first place? I remember being young growing up and I would go over a girl's crib or whatever and she would have her little drawer or little chester or whatever and there would be some condoms there, you know what I'm saying? You know, you're young and naive. You'd be like, okay, she's practicing safe sex. Okay, she's not. Nah, negative. You don't know what these girls are doing. That's not practicing safe sex. All we're practicing is being little whores, running around. When in all actuality, we should be trying to do 1,000 things with one girl instead of trying to do one thing with 1,000 girls. We see these rappers, multiple baby mothers, child support, all these indicators to the youth and men that, bro, you should tone down a little bit. You should chill out. Stop trying to be a little whore. Stop living in lust. Stop trying to slap all these whores down, or you can end up like them. You would think. So now you have Magnum that's trying to capitalize on the situation. It's just ironic that his name is Lil Baby because a lot of people are having quarantine babies. We're going to see that, man, more and more. They want to capitalize on his situation and have him promote magnums. So not only are you promoting being little whores, you're promoting to the masses that it's okay to sleep around. What do they want to call it? Quote unquote, casual sex. Quote unquote, safe sex. How safe is it really? When you're already exchanging fluids and whatnot, you don't know what you can catch from these girls that's sleeping around that want to be like boys. That's keeping more condoms than boys actually have. You pull up to a chick's house and she has more condoms than you have at your house. Fellas that's in a relationship and whatnot, why do you think your girl counts your condoms every time she leaves the house, every time she comes back? She knows how many you have. Brothers slip up, take a condom out of that little drawer to go sleep with some other chick. Now you're in the midst of chaos because your girl's like, there was 14 condoms there and now there's 11. That's happened so many times it doesn't even make sense. And here's another question for a friend. Why do they have a rapper promoting condoms? Why don't they have a couple promoting the condoms? You have to see the messages that's going to sit in the back of your mind, the subliminal messages that's going to make you think it's okay to try to live this rapper lifestyle, quote unquote. The lifestyle of trying to sleep with all these IG thotties and baddies and whatnot. Meanwhile, you're just promoting whoredom. You're not really trying to meet a chick to settle down with. You're just trying to live in lust, and you're just trying to go ahead and just accumulate all these soul ties with different women. All these women, majority of these women have this quote unquote Jezebel spirit inside of them. And that spirit transfers to men. Transfers to men to where they're just becoming grown males, to where they want to run around because they see the images. People, we're visual creatures. What we see sits back in our subconscious, and then we believe that it becomes normal to us, becomes nature, becomes a habit to us, and then we emulate those lifestyles. That's why you see brothers always trying to wear designers. They're trying to wear these expensive shoes that are just weak as shit when you really look at them. You're spending $1,000 or close to on some corny ass Balenciaga sneakers that are corny, bro. I'd rather throw on some Nike Cortezes or something in that nature. A lot of people are just real shallow and they have to pick up their self-esteem, but that's something they have to do on their own. Not to digress. Like I said, why do we have a rapper who's is so ironic that his name is Lil Baby promoting condoms? Why don't we have couples promoting condoms? Because if you really sit there and think about it, the couple that has a box of condoms, they're basically having sex, but they're not trying to have a baby at that time. Because on the other note, you have single individuals who have boxes of condoms, and they're just basically promoting this casual sex lifestyle, promoting whoredom, sleeping around. You're exchanging body fluids, and like I said, you do not know what these women are sleeping around with nowadays. Fellas gotta be easy. Practice other things. Stop thinking about lust. You opening up your social media and you go on your explore page, and all you see is ass being shaken. You can't avoid it left and right. Fellas are going to have to be strong to really understand that you're going to have to really know a girl hard body and lock her down. Good women are going to be hard to find. It's going to be nothing to find a whore. You could find her at any given time. Just open up your phone. It's nothing to it nowadays. They're more accessible more than ever. But the good ones, that's going to be the challenge. I remember growing up, I liked challenges. You used to want to get at the girl that was low key, the girl that nobody knew about. Now, everybody wants to get with the girl that has the most status, that has a lot of following, because they think that following or status will transfer to them. And that's whole nature. Like I said, the spirit is in women and it's in men. The Jezebel spirit is not just in females. That simpleton spirit has been going on for a long time. Not to digress, but you have to understand, like I said, rappers, they are the most trendsetters of this nation, in this society. It doesn't matter if you're what your what your background is. It doesn't really matter. If you're from the ghetto, it doesn't matter. If you're from the suburbs, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter where you are from. We're practicing being little whores. We're practicing sleeping around, all because people are scared of having a relationship. The gift and the curse of having all of this information is that you have 22-year-olds growing up and they're scared of getting their heart broken or whatnot. They're scared of being let down. They think they know it all. They want to talk about this and that. They think that every girl is a whore, all because of some videos that they see on YouTube, and that couldn't be any further from the truth. There's silent ones out there. They're the ones that you're overlooking. They're the ones that you might deem as boring, all because they're not out there shaking their ass every minute. They're not out there taking selfies every day. How many girls do you see throw up 1,000 selfies all in 1 year, bro? It's like, yo, we know what you look like. How about you show us something else? You got to look out for those artsy chicks. You got to look out for the girls that's a little bit boring, man. Fellas, those are the ones that you got to get at. Those are the ones that you might not understand are the ones for you, not the ones that's out here. We got to stay on our purpose. We got to understand what we're really out here to do, man. We're not out here to have, quote unquote, casual sex, man. When people want to go through that, when people want to just have ass on their mind, you're basically consuming your time, your energy, in your seed on little whores when you should be really maintaining your energy on shit to make yourself better, shit to change your situation. Nobody gives a damn about sleeping with multiple women. I mean, if you're a man, that's just something that you should do. You don't need a pat on the back. You don't need no badge of honor for that. Like I said, are condoms really promoting quote unquote safe sex? Asking for a friend? Or are they promoting being lil whores? Running around sleeping with this and that so you could go ahead and run tell that about who you slept with. Now word gets around that she's a little hoe. Does it make sense? Is it really safe when that condom breaks and now this girl end up pregnant? Now what are you gonna do? Is it really safe when you catch something because you thought it was safe sex? What are you gonna do? When at the end of the day, safe sex is really just abstaining from it in the first place because you don't know what these girls are doing nowadays. They want to be little disciples of the thought cultures, and you just want to run behind them all because they ass look nice and they face is pretty. Meanwhile, they're using all these filters to enhance their beauty because they're shallow themselves, just like men are shallow themselves. It goes hand in hand. But we really got to see the messages and what they really are trying to push out there. They're not really trying to push relationships, marriages. They're really promoting divorces, whoredom, child support, all the negativity in relationships that's going to make these little young 22-year-olds be like, I don't even want any parts of that. Da 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 da. Little man, you don't know shit. You haven't been through enough to really recognize that you have a lot of living to do. So stop letting all this information soak up in your mind and just keep it in moderation. Start focusing on yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Focus on what you're really out here to do, what you really got love for. The girls will come. You don't have to worry about trying to sleep with this or that to try to impress some goofballs that you want to claim that are your friends. There's nothing to that, man. All you're going to do is just consume too much time to where you're not going to be really getting anything done. And then now you're backed up. Now you're frustrated because you got ass and you thought that shit would make you happy. Nothing's going to make you happy unless you could make yourself happy, bro. It's going to come from inside, not from sleeping around having quote unquote casual sex and being a little whore, promoting whoredom, bro. We got to really sit back and understand that there's more to it than trying to just get ass. There's more to it than going on the IG or whatever social media platform, watching these girls twerk their ass, showing what they working with as if the other girl 5 minutes ago wasn't doing the same thing. Meanwhile, I don't see any girls promoting any books that they've read. I don't see any dudes doing that also. I'm not going to sit here and try to bash one side without talking about the other. We don't see fellas talking about the last 5 books they've read. We don't see any of that. All we see fellas is talking about got 'em, and I'm referring to the latest sneaker drop. Like I said, a lot of grown males, a lot of baby boys, that's what they want in this society. They don't want grown men thinking like men. Hit that thumbs up button, generate my videos into the algorithm so my subscribers could know what time it is. I'm out here. Drop a comment, come back in a couple days, make sure your comment is still here, and I'll holla. Let me know what you think.